Hey, kia ora, Helen Brahms here, coming to you live from Sun City in Arizona. Hope you're having a super fantastic, sparkling start to Thankful Thursday. Yes, this is the day of the week where we look back over what we are most grateful for this week, but we should be doing gratitude every day. Begin every day with a grateful heart. And that's how I begin my day. I've got my journal down here, my prayer journal, devotional journal, whatever. It's just that sacred journal. And in there every day I write at least 10 things I am grateful for. And I always started with I am grateful for. And then at least 10 times I write that out. Sometimes it's just I would get in the flow and I just keep going. But we should be grateful for all things and everything, and we should be expressing gratitude. So how do you express gratitude? There's just the simple thing of saying thank you. Picking up the phone. Yes, I know it's a 5,000-pound weight for some people. Picking up the phone, giving somebody a call and saying, hey, just wanted to say thank you for being the amazing person you are. Thank you for XYZ service that you provided for me. Thank you for stepping in and doing blah, 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 blah. Whatever it is that you are grateful to that person for, let them know. Either call them on the phone or do a little video text and send it to them via a text message as a video. I see you. There's all different ways you can express gratitude through cards, through a simple greeting card, through the actual, like a physical. Oh, should have gone and rated my cards. Do I have? No, that one's not a thank you card. That's a have you laughed today card. Yeah, I should have picked up a thank you card out of my stack of cards that I have to show you that you could just send something like a physical card in the mail that just says thank you. Just wanted to appreciate you for your business. Thank you for supporting us at this foundation. Thank you for your donations. Thank you for walking my dog. Thank you for the service that you provided to make sure that I have, a well-maintained house to live in. Thank you for the wonderful landscaping job you did, and not so there's a thing there. Sending you have vendors coming in to provide a service at your business or at your home. You've got them coming. You've got landscapers, plumbers, electricians, photocopier fixer-uppers, service people, engineers, computer specialists who come in, the technical specialists and that. When they're done, say thank you and make it even more special by sending a card to them to say, hey, just wanted to say thank you for coming into our office and fixing our copier machines. I just wanted to say thank you for getting our computer system back up and running. Just wanted to say thank you for the amazing landscaping job you did this week. Just wanted to say thank you. Just wanted you to know that we appreciate gratitude. Thank you. Just turn around and say people, thank you. It is such a lost art these days. People are sort of like, I see it on the help chat all the time. People just go, oh, it's done? Okay. And that's it. No thank you, no nothing. And I'm sort of like, really? And I'm just like, I hope they have a blessed day. If nobody thanks me, I'm always thinking, I hope they have a blessed day or have a super fantastic sparkling day. That's my thought I send out to them. Someone will occasionally come back and go, oh, thank you. But, most of the time we get people saying thank you in the chat to us when we assist them with something. Other times we don't. And so when people don't reply with a thank you, I just say, I just hope they have a super fantastic sparkling day, or I hope they have a blessed day. There could be other stuff going on in their life and it just skips their mind. If somebody holds a door open for you, say thank you. Don't just walk on through and say nothing. I have had that happen to me where I've seen somebody struggling with packages and I've pulled a door open for them and held it open for them and they just walk on through, don't even look at you, no nothing. I'm like, have a blessed day. So, just remember the simple art of saying thank you. It's two little words that have such a big impact. And when you can back it up with sending a card or a card and a gift or doing a delivery to their business, taking them in coffee or morning tea, or for those of you who don't know what morning and afternoon tea is, that is when we sit down with a cup of coffee, a cup of tea, a drink, some form of usually a non-alcoholic beverage, like a juice or a water or a cup of coffee. Started off with tea mainly, and you sit there and you have a snack with it. So it's sort of like a morning snack and an afternoon snack. Just take a break. It's like usually about a 15-minute morning tea, afternoon tea, 15-minute break that you take. We just sit around, chit-chat, and then get back to it. So, take them morning tea, take them afternoon tea, take them in some coffee, take them in some, I don't know, a fruit platter, stop off at your local bakery and pick out. This is one thing I did with my chiropractor one time. It was National Donuts Day. And I was in there and I said to him, I said, what sort of donuts do you like? And he looked at me and he goes, that's an odd question. I says, just asking. And just indulge me. What's your favorite donut? So he told me. And then I went out to his reception. I go, what's your favorite donuts? And she's sort of like, why? I said, just indulge me. Just curious. And she told me. And so then I went down to the local donut shop, picked up a dozen assorted donuts, and made sure that there was at least 2 of the ones that they liked. And then I went back and I said, here you go. Happy National Donuts Day. And thank you for always being here to keep me in good health. And they were like, what, really? I said, yeah. I said, oh, and there's a couple of whatever the receptionist was, and I told the doctor there was a couple of his favorites in there as well. And they were like, wow, thank you. Nobody ever, you're going to chiropractor for health, and they've got a box of dozen donuts on the table. And so and I said, you can plow through them, take them home, whatever, or just have clients pick them up and, and I'm just like, wow, nobody. And they said, what did you do this for? I said, 1, to say thank you, and 2, it's National Donut Day, so celebrate. And I said, see you next week, and I walked out the door. But, doing fun things like that, just spur of the moment. Okay, maybe spur of the moment to them that this is a random thing that you're doing. You can also plan it ahead. There's a whole thing. It's called nationaldaycalendar.com. If you go there, it's got what national days, international days are for almost every day of the week. And you can go in there and pick out some fun ones like that and say, oh, just wanted to wish you happy, my favorite one, January 21st is National Squirrel Appreciation Day. If you've ever seen the movie Up with the dog who's learning to talk, and he's busy talking to the guy, and all of a sudden he goes, squirrel. Those are our squirrel moments. And when a speaker has a squirrel moment, it's when they get off track and go off over here and talk for a bit, and then they come back on track. And a lot of the times, the best information is in this area over here where they are having a squirrel moment. So my favorite card to send for January 21st is National Squirrel Appreciation Day. And on the inside, it says, just wanted to say thank you for all of the golden nuggets that you shared during the squirrel moments. Just something simple like that. Doesn't take a lot of planning. You can have so much fun with this. But this is the best part, is you then become memorable. If you are doing this with your vendors that you use, you're saying thank you for the service that you're providing. Are they likely to give you better service or take better care of you? And it's like in the travel industry, I like to have relationships with my business development managers and just send them odd cards every now and again, or gifts, cards and gifts and things. And but when it comes to having an issue with a booking or a client on board a ship, or needing some help making a client's cruise more special. Like I had a couple that were celebrating a milestone anniversary that were going on a cruise ship, and I knew they were huge foodies. Her husband was a manager of one of the high-end steakhouses in New York. And so I thought, well, I'm not going to send them to the steakhouse because he's around that all the time. But Celebrity has this really cool restaurant, which is cuisine, and it has incredible. It's a foodie's experience. It is, you don't just go in there to dine, you go in there for a dining experience like none other. Food is presented in a completely different way to what you would expect. They make fun and games out of it. You get the iPad to order, and the iPad has got all these little videos and things that you can go in and look at while you're ordering. It's a very immersive and interactive meal. Well, actually, not really a meal, because you get it's just a dining experience that if you have not done and you're going on a celebrity cruise that has cuisine on top, please book it. But I went to my business development manager for Celebrity, and because I had this relationship with her, I said, hey, I've got this couple that are going on a milestone birthday. He is manager of one of the top steakhouses in New York. Could we do something special, like give them a meal and cuisine? Because I don't want to put him in the steakhouse because he's around that all day. I want to give him something completely different. And she's like, oh, absolutely. And so the cruise line gifted me the meal dinner for two to gift to them, and I had to do nothing except give her their reservation number, give her their names, and they had a card delivered to their room that said, hey, this is from Helen, and she just wanted to say have a super fantastic sparkling cruise, or whatever message they put in there, but they let them know that our agency had arranged that for them. And I had told them in advance that there will be a surprise waiting for them, and it involves food. And as soon as they opened the envelope with what that was, they were to pick up the phone and call immediately. And the instructions on the inside of the card. And they were like, okay. And after their cruise, they sent me a photograph of them at their table in the restaurant, enjoying the meal. And I said, how was it? They were blown away. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without my help with my celebrity business development manager, who was able to gift that for me on my behalf to my clients. I've had times where I've had people who have had issues on board a ship. They've called me. I've called my business development manager and says, hey, I got these clients on board right now. This is the problem that they're having. And they're like, and they get it taken care of, or do what they can from the shore side to get it taken care of. And but had I not had those relationships with those business development managers, I would have been stuck. I would have probably paid for because if I called them up and said, hey, I need a dinner for two and cuisine, and they're going, who are you? Who are you with? They may have done it because of the relationship I have with my host agency, but they wouldn't have known who I was and that sort of thing. But because I had this relationship with them and I take care of my vendors, that makes a big difference. Take care of your vendors. Take care of your peers as well. So the people who are in the same industry as you, that you are friends with, take care of them too. Because there could be a time where you can't work, but they'll step up. I've got ones who will step up and say, hey, I had people when Brad passed, I had friends of mine who were fellow travel professionals who called me up and said, do you need me to run the office for you? We heard that Brad passed. So sorry to hear that. Can I step in and run the office for you? And I know that these people meant it sincerely. And because of the relationship I had with them, I trusted them. So I was able to forward my phone to some of them to say, here, and let them know what reservations I had open at the time. And they were able to take care of my clients for me during that period. And they didn't poach my clients. They treated my clients as they were their own clients and gave them top-notch service, took care of them all and everything else. But I trusted them enough because I had that relationship with them. Family members. Oh my gosh. You got cousins and aunts and uncles and nieces and nephews and grandparents and maybe even great-grandparents. Your own parents, siblings. Have I covered everybody? I think I covered everybody. Just the people in your family. What about saying, hey, thanks for being a great cousin? Hey, thanks for being such a great mom or a great dad. We've got Mother's Day coming up in a couple of months. And Father's Day, I've got to remember, in the US, it's in June. In New Zealand, it's September. So my dad actually gets 2 Father's Days. But the one in September here in the States is Grandparents' Day. So I'm sort of like, okay. So I'm kind of torn. Do I do Father's Day? Do I do Grandparents' Day? Whatever. But, thanks for being a great parent. Thanks for being a great, to a parent. Thanks for being a great influence in my life. You may have an aunt or an uncle or a grandparent who has stepped in and helped mentor you through your life. And you just want to say thank you. Thank you for being such a great grandparent. Thank you for the influence you've had on me. Thank you for all the great moments that we've had together. Thank you for your life wisdom that you have passed on. There's times I still wish I could talk with my grandparents. They are such amazing people. And so, but they're gone now. But when they were alive, it would have been nice to be able to send them a card and say, hey, thanks for being you. Thank you. Thanks for having my dad. And even let your kids know. Let your kids know, your nieces and nephews know. Thanks for being a great daughter or a great son. Thank you for, being, if they cook you breakfast in bed, just complete, or do something unexpected. Do something unexpected. Like, for example, you might be having a tough day and they just come up and give you a hug. Thank them for that. thanks for that great hug. I really needed that. And at times, you come home and they've cleaned the house. Oh my gosh, coming home and finding your kids have cleaned the house without you asking them or prompting them to do so. Oh my gosh, we're having pizza for dinner tonight, or whatever their favorite meal is, to say thank you. And I'm going to verbally tell them thank you and give them thank you hugs and, stuff like that. So always be looking for ways that you can say thank you and show appreciation to others. It could be giving somebody a hug. It could be, it could just be saying thank you. It could be leaving them a little note in their lunchbox. I used to like doing that with Brad. I used to like getting little notes and putting them in between the sandwiches. So I'd make him sandwiches to take to work, and in between it, sometimes I'll slip a piece of paper in between, and I'd wrap it up in saran wrap and stick it in there so it didn't get all gooey with the food, and the food didn't get anything out of the paper or whatever. And I would stick it in the middle of a sandwich, so when you take a bite, I love doing surprises like that with him, just to tell him that I loved him and I appreciated him. So there's all sorts of fun that you can have with this. Get creative. Let us know some of your ideas of how you show appreciation to your family members, to business mentors, just to the people in your life, no matter what role they have in your life. Share some ideas in the comments below of ways that you can say thank you to those people. I mean, if I had a chance to go back and say thank you to some of my ancestors, I would say, hey, I know you had some tough times, but I just wanted to say thank you for going through them and persevering, because without you, I wouldn't be here today. Think of things like that. Which ancestors would you most be grateful for? I'd be grateful to all of them, all of my ancestors. So my, grandparents, great-grandparents, great-great-grandparents, third-time great-grandparents, fourth-time, all the way back. I'd be grateful. No matter what they did, no matter what they went through, I would be grateful for them, because without them, I wouldn't be here today. Anyway, I'm out of here. It's time for me to go. So, but before I go, I want to say thank you to everybody who tunes in to these lives that I do every single day, who has supported me over the last 900 and what day am I on? I can't see my notes. What day am I on? 953 days. Thank you. Thank you. We're getting closer to 1,096, which is going to be our 3-year mark on the 31st of July. And we're planning something a little special for that day. Don't know the full detail. I don't even know the full details yet, and I'm planning it. But thank you for sticking with me for 953 calls. And if you've joined sometime during those 953 calls, thank you. I appreciate you guys coming in and spending time with us, watching me rabbit on, just babble away. Thanks for watching the babble. The babble? The bubble. The gibberish. Anyway, have a super fantastic, sparkling, thankful Thursday, and we'll catch you guys later on this evening at 6 p.m. Mountain Time. Hey, konara.